Hello everybody, welcome to Tempest Books. I'm Rebecca and today we are reviewing a monster book. So today we are looking at Fragment by Warren Fahy. This is a monsters evolved on an island story. Now I loved this book. It was a 5-star read for me. It was everything I look for and hope to find in a monster book. It had heaps of science that I learnt quite a lot from. It had a premise that was unique to me. I hadn't read anything like it before. It had a tiny thread of romance that didn't detract from the actual story, which I was really pleased with. It had gore. It had the military kind of, thrown in there a little bit. There were a lot of tropes in this book that were actually really well done, which reminded me, why these sort of things become tropes. They were well written, they blended in well, and I quite liked it. The one thing I had a little bit of trouble with in this book was the descriptions of the animals on the island became very complicated and constantly mashing together animals that I couldn't see in my head very well at all. Now there is some pictures in the back of the book, like drawings from scientists that you can have a look at to trying to figure out what some of these animals look like, but there are spoilers in the writing around the pictures, so you have to be careful in that regard. If you would like to have a bit of help in what on earth this guy is trying to describe to you, the pictures are there, just don't read the text around it. Now, the basic premise of this book is that during one of the continental come together and pull aparts that's happened throughout the history of the planet, one particular chunk of land kind of floated away from the rest and never came back. So it didn't become part of Pangaea, it didn't become part of Gondwana. It was just a little lost continent that evolved all on its own. And what evolved there was so completely different to anything that humans have seen on Earth or have seen fossils for, that it may as well have been alien, because it was certainly alien to us. Now, not only does this completely unique flora and fauna evolve, but it is almost a very different cycle of life as well. Everything is predator on this island and everything is prey. Everything is eating each other constantly. So it was not an island for the faint-hearted, and it was definitely an island to remind us that we are not at the top of the food chain. So after a bit of a prologue where we meet some historical figures that stumble on the island one day and so name it for the rest of history to take no notice of, we are introduced to the crew of The Sea Life. They are a science-themed reality TV show that are essentially going around the world, going to different sites that are, prominent or important to science, like the Galapagos Islands, and mixing in heaps of drama as reality TV shows do. Now, an SOS diverts the ship to what is called Hender's Island. So that's the island that takes place. It's an island with all the monsters. So after getting to where the SOS leads them, the crew that disembark very quickly find that, again, they are not at the top of the food chain. And so what follows is a story of battle, containment, and learning to appreciate that you are not boss around here anymore. And that you are not necessarily the only thing crawling around on the top of this big rock that is intelligent. So this was, yes, definitely a 5-star read for me. I enjoyed it. I will probably reread it in the future because I actually want to kind of try and take some more of that science in. I understood most of it. It kind of settled in the back of my brain. It all made sense. It followed logical pattern for the rest of the story for me. If you have trouble with oodles of science in several different areas, then you might not enjoy it as much. I did. I thought it was excellent. I liked, again, the unique premise. It was very much a monster story that is not just all about one monster killing everyone. This is about a whole island of monsters and how, well, they kill everyone. But not everyone. They kill lots of people. But it's a monster book, so lots of people are going to die anyway. So I'm going to go and check out some more books by this author. I hope he has more. I hope that there is more stuff to read by him. So yes, this was a 5-star read for me. Let me know if you've read this book too, or if you've read anything similar that you think I'd like. I'd love to hear about that. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for having a look at this with me, guys. I hope I convinced you to read it. If not, I'll do better next time. See you later.